ain't in the blunt. Your rest ain't in the alcohol. Your rest ain't in the club. Your rest ain't even in a woman or a man. Your rest is in Jesus. Your rest is finding grace in God, grace with God, favor with God. Wherever you have favor is, that's what blessings gonna be. That's what peace gonna be. That's what joy gonna be. So Moses knew, long as I stayed connected to God, then I was gonna always be blessed. That's why I come to tell you. That's why it's okay to be planted in the midst of your enemies. Because anywhere it's a seed, it got to be dirt for it to bring forth fruit. So even in the midst of all this corruption, all this confusion, everything we see on a daily basis, on the news, in our life, around us, in our community, seem like a death and destruction everywhere. But God will plant you in a place. He will plant you on a job. God will plant you in a school. He will plant you in a business around a lot of people that's doing things contrary to the word, to plant you there, to grow you up, to produce fruit. I come to tell you, you can never produce fruit from a seed unless it go in the dirt. So it got to be around corruption. It got to be around evil to come up. So what the enemy meant for bad, God turned it good. In the midst of what you're going through, in the midst of the trials you're going through, God planted you to put grace on you, to put favor on you. You that preserved seed that's around a lot of corruption, around a lot of evil. You're not looking for the evil, but we live in an evil world. God has planted us here to bring forth fruit, that our fruit remain. You're a preserved seed. I'm a preserved seed. He planted Moses in Egypt as a preserved seed in the midst of 900 false gods, and Moses was serving the true and living God. And because he was planted there, God allowed fruit to come up. He allowed miracles to manifest. He allowed his glory to be manifested. That's why after they came out of Egypt, all the other countries and nations feared Israel because of their God. So people are going to fear you, not because of who you are, but because of the grace and the favor on your life. They're going to fear you because of your God. They're going to see that there's nothing they can do against you but for you. So I'm just telling you today, stand on the promises of God. Be encouraged. Be of good cheer. Don't be weary in well doing. You just a preserved seed planted in corruption, planted in dirt, because you can't produce nothing outside of dirt. So God put us on this earth, and all this evilness around us preserved us to find favor on us, to bring forth fruit that other people can eat of our tree, eat of that joy that we have, eat of that peace that we have, eat of that love that we have, to bring them out, to sustain them. So that seed becomes a tree, and that tree produces fruit. And that's what we are. We're producers, not because of who we are, but because of the grace that's on our life that produces rest, that produces miracles, that produces signs, that produces wonder. So don't be disencouraged, be encouraged, because you a seed, because you stand outside of the crowd. You stand out. See, God always brings a separation to bless you. God will allow certain things to take place, like with Moses. He separated Moses from Egypt to bring him back a preserved seed, to bring people out of Egypt that received the word. So when God saved you, it was to bring you out of the world, to plant you around corruption. So what you're going through is only to produce fruit to bring others out. That's what grace does. It ain't nothing we did. It was the undeserved favor. That seed, ain't nothing that seed did. It take water, it take that ground, and it take the life that's in that seed that God put in there to bring forth fruit. That's what I'm telling you. Grace that produces rest. If you're looking for rest, it's in grace. The Bible says the law came by Moses, but grace and truth came by Jesus Christ. So look what it says. I'm going to read that again. Exodus 33 and 14. And when he said, this is what God said. My presence shall go with thee, and I will give thee rest. Look what God said. Wherever you go, long as you stay planted in God, stay in the will of God, my presence is going to go with you. And whatever you face, I'm going to give you rest in that. Whatever you go through, if you keep the faith, you're going to come out with peace. You're going to come out with rest. You ain't going to